Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Zeus here. Today on Retro Wednesday we're going to play a game called Zeus Master of Olympus. It was first released October 17 of the year 2000. I loved this game as a child and want to go back and play it again. So join me as we check out this great little city builder from the days of old. Now, one thing that I do remember about this game is that you have to go in and change the sound effects and the speed right away because the sound is a little out of control. Click Adventures, choose Zeus and Europa.
Follow a cow? The priestess from the oracle said to follow a cow? A peculiar command, to be sure, but then the priestess is never wrong. She promised that great things would come to the person who follows her cow until it lays down to sleep, and then builds a city on the spot. This person will be able to achieve something that 4 powerful men failed to achieve, and finally bring Europa back to Greece. The beautiful Europa was abducted years ago by a white bull, and has not been seen since, and thus the priestess's bovine-centric prophecy came to an end. The cow did not choose a very good spot. She fell asleep a short distance from a hideous multi-headed serpent that purportedly belongs to Ares. The monster is always ravenously hungry, and eats everything that comes near him. Building a city here won't be easy, but the promised reward is irresistible.
Alright, we'll go ahead and get started on moderate. Here's the map, and you scroll by pushing the mouse to the side of the screen. This is some roads that people will travel in and out of the town. The purple areas you see over here are fertile land where you can build farming related things. So when you're building your housing, you want to be sure and build it on normal land so that you don't eat up your fertile ground for that. So anyway, options, sound. Looks like I've already come in and turned it down, so we're in good shape. Speed 70, 60. Okay, sounds good. Alright, let's get started. First, you want to build some houses for to get new people to move into your city. I like to leave a little room off of that because there will be cultural needs. So we need to leave 3 spaces. Oh yeah, hydra is attacking the city. Rawr. That's something we have to deal with later. It's not really a problem right now. It's over there in this area where we'll need to get stone later. And they will despawn if you don't put a road pretty quick. And if we go to beautification and make it a boulevard, then it'll reach the houses. And beautification is important in this game, as well as cultural and other things. There'll be lots of stuff that's needed in order for the houses to evolve to hold more people. Well, you'll see what I'm talking about as we go on a little more. Oops. Guess I should just go ahead and build some roads so that I'm not having to deal with them despawning. I like to start by putting down about 20 houses. Cool. We'll start with the 12 for now. Nah, let's go ahead and do 20. Unemployment is a thing if you've got lots of people in your city and nowhere for them to work. But it shouldn't be a problem for a new city because we're going to start growing pretty fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess we'll see in a minute how many houses we've got because I lost count. And when you get a house, yeah, okay. So housing, this is how many more people can move into the city with the current housing we've got. And there's a, let's see if I can remember how. Yeah. No, that's not it. Oh yeah, right click it. Residents of this house need food from an agora before the house can be improved. So let's make sure how many houses we've got. Okay, I think that's one set of houses more than I wanted. Sorry, folks. Okay, so we will make a little road, make a crossroad going across. Come here. Let's see. Where is the agora? Population milestone. Agora. Here we go. We'll need a common agora for now. And on that we will put a food vendor. This is something we won't be able to attend just yet. We have to build a gymnasium, but then your city will be able to compete in the Olympic Games that's going on later on. They just leave your city. It doesn't happen. Sometimes you host it, but it's not really something you see. Like I said, this is a very old game, but you get awards and stuff like that. Now, for the agora, the person that will leave the agora that works there, they'll need to go to the granary to get food, and they won't travel an extreme distance. So you want to build your granary nearby. You'll also want to build a storehouse nearby. And we can select what these will take. Like this one, for example, we'll just leave it to accept anything. This one, we're only going to want it to accept. We don't want it to accept wheat because the other thing will. We don't want it to accept wood, marble, olives. We do want it to accept fleece, but only up to 16. We don't want it to accept sculptures. Yes, on olive oil, but only 16. And no wine for this one. So now we need to build some farming. So we'll have to go up to an area where there is some purple, like here. So first thing we'll do is build some wheat farms. We'll build those right up here where they'll be close. See the wolves, they can be a problem, but it's not a huge issue. First we'll start out by building 3 wheat farms. And we'll put a roadblock here. We'll click the military. We'll make a tower. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. We want. Yeah, here we go. Watch post. We'll put a watch post. We'll put another roadblock where he'll just patrol this small area. And we'll need a maintenance office to also explore that area or the houses will collapse. We'll also need a maintenance office over here. We will eventually need a watch post here to help with crime. We probably don't need a watch post here. The employees needed. Well, we're working on getting some food. As soon as we get some food, those houses down there can evolve to hold more people. You see we're 8% complete. Wheat will grow as we go. We're going to want to add a carding shed, which will allow the sheep to be sheared. We'll add those here. make a road. Everything has to have road access, and you have to have a maintenance office. And you don't want to put the maintenance office here if you want him to patrol out this road, because he could spawn in this area and then walk away. So you want to be sure and leave one gap there. Put a roadblock there so that he'll only go this way. So then also for the garden shed, we'll need to go add some sheep to the fertile land. And you can add, it'll tell you when you can't add anymore. There we go. No, must be placed on a meadow. We can still add some. Okay. Yeah, add shepherds to increase the flock. So that's all the sheep we can have. So now in a little while we'll be able to shear some sheep. And we've got this set to accept the fleece, but we don't want the man that works in the carding shed to have to take it all the way. We want one close by so that when this storage wants it, they'll send a stock boy from here to go get it, instead of this stock boy having to transport it all the way and therefore it piling up in the carding shed. So we'll add a storehouse here. We only want this one to accept fleece. That reminds me, we need to go set this one to get instead of accept, because that way it'll take priority. So now we just wait a little while for some food. Shouldn't be too long, but in the meantime we'll start adding some other things that we know we'll need. Like the house in here will need a water fountain. We'll add that here. And that's probably enough for now. In a little while we'll start to need culture and different things like that. See, we've got housing for 0 more population, and if we click this, 50 more workers are needed. Well, we don't want to add a bunch more housing just yet, because then we could run into an unemployment issue. But what we do want to do, being food is our #1 problem right now, we'll want to go to the storage. No, not to the storage, to the hygiene and safety. No. Okay, we'll do it in husbandry. Yep, we'll lower husbandry right now. No, I bet that also affects the farm. Yeah, it does. Okay, so what we can do is shut down the fleece industry for now, and that'll help us. Yeah, that'll help. And we'll set it to high, just long enough to get some food. Now Cithron becomes hostile. I think that's taken care of on the world map. Yeah, here we go. So you can see that here we are. And then we're surrounded by all these other. This Thebes is our city. Here's another city. They're sympathetic toward us. This city's hostile, apathetic, sympathetic. Okay, so that's that. This is really quite a detailed little ad, and as we go on, there'll be mythology. You'll have to build towers to the gods. You get special options for worshiping the gods. The gods will visit and walk around your city. There'll also be hero halls you can build. It's like we can build a hero hall. I don't remember if it's for Jason or who, but once we build their hall, then they'll come and slay this hydra. But that's in the future. We can see the wheat's 32% complete. We might as well go ahead and move on with some more. Well, I don't want to add a bunch more, because then we'll run into employment issues again. You can go here and ask So you can request or ask for money or resources, but it does make the reputation of you go down. So we don't want to do that too early. And then there will also be trade. Yep, see trade. We can trade with Argos. We could be buying. You can go here to see what they would sell. Argos will trade with us, and they will sell fleece and olive oil. These guys won't trade with us right now. They will sell us onions, which is food, so we could build one to them, and we could buy onions. Here they sell fleece and sculpture. They would buy wheat and wine from us. That's not going to help us right now. So let's see. No, we can't actually build a trading post with them. I guess we don't have a good enough reputation with them. So I guess we're stuck until our farms produce something. Yeah, the next harvest will be in July. It's December now. So whether it's fully grown or not, they will harvest in July. That's why we needed more employees here, because then you might get a harvest. It's just a little bit of wheat instead of a bunch, and you've still had to wait all that time. So for now, we will go ahead. We'll speed up the game to 100%. Step forward until June or so. Okay. Because they want more land to call their own, an army of rival Greeks, leader of Mount Sidon, is approaching, and they will try to invade the city in 2 months. So then you would be able to try to build up an army. We're not going to be able to. What we're going to have to do is bribe them to leave this first time. Oh, great Zeus, the time to prepare is past. In 1 month, because they want more land to call their own, the army will arrive here, bent on conquest. Okay, see, here we can surrender, which I'm assuming would make us have to pay them every month or every year, give them a little, loyalty money. But what we're going to do is bribe them to leave. Tragedies and delightful comedies will be performed at the Pythian Games without anyone from our city. Yeah, we know. Okay, invasion paid off. It's time to celebrate. We're small indeed, at least compared to the size of your coffers. The city is saved, and the money you gave the Greeks' forces well spent. You can now build a commemorative monument so that we'll always remember this great day. Okay, we can go ahead and slow game time back down because we are close to harvest. Okay, they should harvest. Okay, now you can see that they're headed out. We've got the storage guys. I should have built a granary up here, but I forgot. But anyway, these guys will bring down the food all the way to this granary. And if you click them on the different people walking around the city, they do sometimes have funny things to say.
Who am I, Odysseus? How much longer do I have to travel before I reach my destination? And where's Calypso? Who am I, Odysseus? How much longer? Who am I, Odysseus? How much longer do I have to travel before I reach my destination?
Unrest in the city? Shut your mouth. Things are peaceful here.
Yeah, so there is a little stuff like that. And depending on...
Have you ever seen more solid buildings?
See, and if we had the maintenance turned down, he would say something else about how bad they were. The guard would have said about trouble. It would change depending on the mood. It's not set to just a static recording of what you're going to say. It is determined by what is going on in your city. And see, these guys were complaining because of how far they had to go. But they'll bring it here, and when they do, then this building will populate, because someone will come out of it and get wheat from here and take back to here, and then they'll push around a cart and distribute it to the houses, at which point they'll be able to evolve to hold more people. Okay, in just a second, we should see someone come out of here. Yep, there we go. She'll come here and get this. Okay, see, now it's populated. A little cart should spawn, come down by the houses. There's the cart. See, now they're getting a little better. Our amount of people we can handle is going up. And if we right click it again, the houses need access to more culture venues in order to evolve. Well, now that we're going to be able to get some more residents, we will be able to build the culture. So to do that, we're going to want to build, we'll do a gymnasium first. We'll build it here. We'll do a theater. And a podium. So that should be enough. But no one will come to the podium or the theater. So the podium will need a college. And the theater will need a drama school. We'll put a roadblock here so that the maintenance guy will come down. So now as these places populate, we'll get to see athletes and philosophers and dramas walk by. And as they go by, that should give the houses what they need to evolve again. Okay, apparently just him. Oh yeah, he is enough for some. See, these didn't, because they need water. So the water guy hasn't been down there yet. I may have built the water too far away, but that is why I left some room down here. Okay, you can see the houses have got a little better. See, now they'll need some fleece. So now we should be able, we have a housing for 192 people. We need 28 more workers. We should be able to go in here and restart our fleece industry. And our sheep, the wool is grown. See the carters come out.
I'd follow you anywhere. It's sheer pleasure living in a city like this. I'd follow you anywhere. It's sheer pleasure living in a city like this.
So now they'll come out, shear the sheep, take it back. The same thing will happen. The fleece will get delivered here. We got to build a new agora. Build a fleece vendor. And the same thing will happen that did there.
I've heard that there's a cornucopia of food here. Yummy.
I don't know if I'd call it a cornucopia of food. We're almost out, it looks like. There's somewhere where you can see your quest, but I don't. Yeah, here we go. Yep, population of 1,000. That's our quest for now. So we should be able to achieve that fairly quickly now that things are rolling. As you can see, more and more people are pouring in. Housing for 59 people. As soon as we get the fleece down, it'll go up again. And see now how these guys will be able to drop it off here. Well, there'll be one that comes all the way from this one to pick up the fleece instead of tying all those up. Actually, it looks like the fleece vendor, he's going to walk all the way. But we do have people going, so.
We need fleece. Time to buy some more.
Okay, we're getting a gift of olives from Argos, but we don't have anywhere to put it right now. So what we're going to have to do is, well, we'll accept it. But what we need to do is build Okay, so it did deal there. That's right, because I did set it to accept olive oil. That's okay. So, you know, we needed a storehouse where we can put stuff, but that's okay. We did have storage for it. Seeing if we had just surrendered to the invaders, they would be demanding that we send fleece or olive oil or food or money all the time, and that's why we wanted to bribe them instead of surrender. You definitely don't want to fight them. You couldn't have won at this early in the game.
So the vendor was like, hurry up with those goods. And I was like, whatever. The vendor's such a dork.
So I do see the fleece vendor is coming down, so it won't be very long until we'll be able to see next evolution. Looks like we are going to have to add another fountain. Then the aesthetics, there'll be other things that we could do. We'll be able to add columns and all this because at some point beautification will be a requirement to evolve. We can add columns and parks. The boulevard helps a lot. Some beautification would have probably already been required if we hadn't started out with the boulevard like we did. Oh, collapsed building. Yep, see, maintenance guy's too far away. So we need to clean that up. Add a maintenance shed also. And we need to rebuild the college. Okay, starting to upgrade again. Now what do they need? Now they need some olive oil. We don't have anybody growing olive oil yet. See, we do have unemployment and have room for more places, so that means that we can, in fact, do a little more building. We'll add some more farms. We've got a patch here, so we can, as long as any part of it is unfertile, you can add it. So we'll go ahead and add one there. We'll go ahead and add another one. We'll move the roadblock back and delete this one. And now we need to start thinking about olives, and that'll be under orchards. We'll add some olive trees. We'll add those. Population milestone 500. We're halfway there. We'll add some here. We'll do the other side of the road. Let's do just a little bit more. And now we'll build the Growers Lodge. We'll build it up here so that our same maintenance guy can do it. Start with 2 and see how that goes. Hygiene is deteriorating, so we will start to need. It's under hygiene and safety. Probably need an infirmary soon. We can go ahead and add an infirmary. Now the people are walking through, so we'll have to wait till we get our opening. There we go. That'll help with the hygiene. So anyway, now these guys should go start tending the olive trees. And in order to do that, we will need a workshop with olive presses. We'll come down. We'll add some olive presses here. Once again, we'll just start with 2. And when they grow some olives, they'll press it, make the oil. The oil will be delivered to the agora. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and move this down a little. We're going to go ahead and add a storehouse here and here that will accept anything except wheat. That way, if we do get a gift or something else, we will have somewhere for it to go. And when the olive presses make it, they'll be able to deliver here. City doesn't have enough food. We're working on that. See, and if you go to this, it will tell you stored food for 0 months. So in other words, the only food that we have is what is in the agora already. That's 20 food in each house. It's got like 62 food. So as you can see, that's not great. So maybe we should go ahead and build some more wheat farms as well. This is a good time to be building wheat farms also, because harvest just happened, so we'll get almost full yield from those buildings. So now it looks like we do still have some more. We've still got some unemployment, so there's some people without a job. So let's see. Who can we build with? Argos. If we build the Argos, we'll be able to sell sculptures and wine, which we don't have, but we'll be able to buy fleece and olive oil. Probably not something we need just yet. Here we'll be able to sell onions and marble, which we don't have. Probably don't need to do that. Here we would be able to sell any excess wheat we had. So we will go ahead and build a trading post to Mount Pelion. Yeah, just Mount Pelion for now. We'll build it over in here. For now, we're not going to sell anything, but we'll have it in case. In case we get a big surplus of wheat, we'll be able to sell some of it off. No, we do have some olive oil. We could have already evolved those buildings if I'd been paying attention from that gift that we got earlier. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to add an oil vendor. He should come down and get the oil, and then it'll be distributed through the cart. There he comes. So now it'll be just a little while because he's going to like to restock. So the next time he comes out, though, these houses should evolve, and we should be able to hold even more people. We got 776. We're not far from that 1,000 population milestone. We could add some more housing down another way to go ahead and jump to that without having to evolve these houses all the way, but you know, take some more land. Here we go. We'll see what this gets us up to. Okay, this house has everything they need. These say more culture, so I may have to build. Let's see what's the furthest away. The podium. We may have to build a podium up there. We'll see. We'll give it a little time though. So now we got 792 with enough room for 384 more. This should finish what we needed for the goal of this campaign once everybody gets moved in. This is the trader from another town. But we're not selling anything right now, so he'll just pass right on through. Now we just need to wait for everybody to get moved in, and this chapter of this campaign will probably be over. We're almost broke, so that's not a good sign, but when we start getting a surplus of wheat, we can sell a little and make some more money. At this point, everyone's employed. We can go ahead and we can go to administration, build a tax office. I think we have to have a palace first. Yep. So we'll build our palace. We'll build it here. Add. Okay, they sent us some money. So we'll add that. We'll add a maintenance office. Under administration, we'll add a tax office. And the tax collector will go and collect money from the housing. We've almost reached that 1,000 population. See here, we'll make an estimated of what we'll get in drachmas through taxes now that we have a tax office. Almost there. See, well, we're out of olive oil. We're almost out of wheat. But I think that the oil should be done in time. Now we've reached our milestone. Won't be long till right click to continue. We should get an announcement in just a moment. I think a month or two has to pass, and then you'll get the announcement. See, they're bringing olive oil from there to the presses, pressing it into, bringing olives to there, and pressing it into olive oil. We definitely need to add. Okay, I guess we'll do that next time.
Yet the multi-headed menace still plagues the land, and the city will never be truly great as long as it counts the monster as one of its residents.
Okay, we've completed this part of this campaign. We'll go ahead and end it right here. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will see you on the next one.
The time has come. Ares' multi-headed serpent will not leave Thebes alone, and as the city grows, the monster is bound to cause more trouble. Plus, you could really use some of that marble it seems to be guarding. For the good of the city, the serpent must be slain. No ordinary human can perform this extraordinary task, however. You will need the help of a hero.